Education, faculty and staff, executive council, and to our students, once again, a pleasant day to each and every one of you. To start with, have our invocation through audio-visual presentation. Everyone is requested to please be silent for the invocation. Okay, please stay tuned, citizens, because we will give load prizes. 10 lucky winners of 100 peso load courtesy of our Dean Dr. Amelia T. Buwan. At this point, we will now select our 3 lucky winners of 100 peso load, each through a virtual roulette. So I will turn you over to our Executive Council's Culture and Arts Committee Chairperson, Mr. Gabriel Biernes. Mr. Gabriel, are you ready there?
Yes, Miss Charmaine Ibanez. Pa-confirm ko if visible ba ang akong
Yes, it
screen
is
ninyo, ah.
visible.
Okay. Again, good afternoon, immortals. Now we will draw the first winner of the first batch of our worth 100 pesos load. Kinsa kaha ang atong swerte nga langgam ang mudaog sa atong load. Okay, congratulations, Miss Jane I. Gonzalez, for winning the load worth 100 pesos. Please message us at the said EC para ma-confirm o makuha nimo ang imoang premyo. Okay, now proceed ta sa atong ikaduha nga winner. Tadadang.
Who will be our lucky winners?
Ayan! Congratulations, Mr. Wilter J. Alcantara, for winning the second prize worth 100 pesos load. Okay, pa-message ko ha sa atong kuan, sa atong page para ma-confirm and then makuha nimo ang imo prize. Okay, proceed ta sa atong last. Okay, kinsa kaha ang pinakalas nga langga makadaog sa first batch nga 100 pesos load. Ayan, we have Miss Mary Grace A. Ramos. Congratulations! Okay, stay tuned ta guys kay napatay second and third batch nga paraffol later. Okay, thank you so much, Miss Charmaine. Back to you.
So, congratulations to our 3 lucky winners. So, to officially start our webinar, please help me welcome our college governor, Mr. Jerson E. Abu Abu, for his welcome address and for the introduction of our guest speaker. Mr. Jerson Abu Abu.
Okay, am I visible or am I heard?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Okay, so I am tasked to give you welcome address. Here it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, students of the College of Education, to our Dean of the College of Education, Dr. Amelia Tibuan, to the Assistant Dean, Sir Oswaldo A. Pabatang Jr., to the College of Education Executive Council officers, for the students, and to the special thanks to the Rotary Club of Iligan Bay, and um, I personally welcome you to this webinar entitled Leadership, Appropriateness, and Appreciation. At this point, I am also tasked to give an introduction to our guest speaker for today's webinar. Um, he is a versatile occupational health and safety director with hands-on expertise in multiple industries, a highly engaging team builder who supports employee improvement and development in fast-paced, diverse workforce environments, a motivated teaching professional with over 1 year experience addressing student needs and ensuring proper student development. Secretary in the Philippine Institute of Chemical Engineers, Iligan Bay Chapter, Inshallah Marketing Sales in Charge and Safety Officer, ESL Teacher, Master Teacher B, NYSE Co. English Language, a licensed financial advisor, Associate Unit Manager of True Life UK, board member at College of Engineering Technology Executive Council, year 2008 to 2009, senator at, at Kasama, year 2009 to 2010, senator at Kasama, year 2010 to 2011, governor at the College of Engineering Technology, School of Engineering Technology Executive Council, year 2011 to 2012, a certified first aider at Philippine Red Cross Iligan Chapter, a founder of the Kabatanunan sa Makugihong Kaugmaon, which is Dolly accredited, Peace Ambassador of MSU IIT Youth Chain of Peace, year 2009 to 2010, founder of the Asosasyon ng mga Basketballista ng Suarez, consultant Youth Affairs City Mayor's Office, year 2010 to 2013, prime mover, chairman of the annual Caracas para kay Senyor San Miguel Drum and Lyre Competition, the Festival, RY 2010 to 2011, Charter President Rotary Iligan Bay, District 387, RY 2011 to 2012, District Secretary RD 3870, RY 2013 to 2014, District Rotary Representative Elect, District 3870, RY 2011 to 2012, Rotary Youth Leadership Awards Coordinator, RY 2018 to 2019, District Rotaract and Interact Chair, District 3870, Junior Chamber International, JCI Iligan Incorporated Member Director, year 2016 to 2017, JY 2017 to 2018 Junior Chamber International BP Individual, JY 2017 to 2018 Junior Chamber International Regional Training Director at Central Mindanao, the current president of the Iligan Raider Airsoft Group. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Mr. Mr. Jervin Rino D. Halili, our guest speaker for today's webinar.
Okay, so once again, good morning, good morning. Anyway, I know it's an afternoon, guys. No, thank you so much, Governor Gov Gerson. Thank you so much for a very overwhelming introduction, despite all of the list that I've given. Thank you so much for reading all of it, most of it, and thank you so much for that. So, guys, how are you today? Okay, I hope that you are doing well, no? For me, in behalf of the Rotary Club of Iligan Bay, I would like to express our heartfelt thanks to the Dean of the College of Education, together with the Vice Dean, Chairperson of different departments, and to all the faculty and staff, and all the members of the said EC and the different society. So to all the leaders, once again, good afternoon. So I'm excited for this afternoon's webinar. So typically, I don't really used to use Google Meet when I have our meeting online because of this pandemic. MECQ, we use Zoom and all the different kinds of video chatting or video calling. No, so bear with me, guys. If ever I'm going to share a screen and there will be a little bit technicality. So live today, and this is recorded. So in behalf sa wala pa, and I think everybody can attend this webinar. Now, I hope I'm cleared. Badunggan ra ba ko? Leave me a thumbs up or any comment in the chat box if you can hear me. Right? Because I wanted to be clear at some certain point, because this will be a very significant time, or just few of your moments of your time, that I will share a little bit of my knowledge about leadership. Okay, so I think everybody's doing well right now, and we are ready to our presentation. So guys, let me assist me. Am I going to share the entire screen or window for me to deal with this? So I'm going to use entire screen for sharing, right?
You will use the window sir if it's on another window, but if it's on your screen that it's embedded, like the same with the Google Meet screen,
Okay.
you will share the entire screen.
Okay, because I get used to it. If earlier we try it, so the whole entire screen that I can see, but I couldn't see my my listeners. But it's okay, nothing to worry about, because there will be ample time later on with our discussion and questioning about some inquiries about my presentation. So let's begin. So everybody's ready. Say yes if you are, and leave comment if you are ready.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so guys, lahat ba nakakaintindi ng Bisaya, Tagalog, right? I hope, no? I hope that everybody is well versed when it comes to different languages like Tagalog or English. So thank you so much. So now I'm going to present the whole screen. Let me share this one. So guys, please say yes if you can see the screen. Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
there you go.
sir.
There you go. Okay, no, so again, in behalf of the President, Joro Marie Tanghal, I was then tasked and invited to be one of your speaker for your webinar. Okay, so thank you so much for this opportunity, guys. Now, as I've said, I'm not new to this fact because I used to deal with leadership in different organizations, and as well as based on my credentials, I was then a former kasama and board member of the School of Engineering Technology. Now it is fused sa College of Engineering, right? Okay, so then my life in MSUIT is very colorful and wonderful because I used to spend my 50% of my life in student tree or in leadership, no? Okay, so I hope I could share some insights and experiences. But now, let's begin and let's start. So take down notes, print screen, ready your print screen if you have some points that you need to, you want to highlight in your learning. Okay, so now my topic is leadership, appropriateness, and appreciation. So first things first. When I was given this kind of title, it is a very unique for me, right? Because when we talk about leadership, leadership is very broad. If we are going to define leadership, there are hundreds and thousands of definition. We can define it to adjectives. We can define it through our own experiences or whatsoever, right? So I hope I could give justice with my presentation this afternoon. Okay, so let's begin and let's start. Now, I know that given this short time this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, fellow officers, I'm going to tackle only three keys to successful and effective leadership. No, so when I run a position in the institute here in IIT, no, I used to have this motto that to lead with efficacy is to lead with commitment and respect. No, so why always respect? Why always commitment? So we're going to run down why we always need to end our legacy with a particular word of respect and fulfilled with commitment. Okay, so we're going to round down. So I might ask you, but because of the limited time, and just run through the presentation. Okay, guys. So prepare your questions later on. Okay, so now let's talk about leadership. Now there are three things that I'm going to express, but first, let's talk about this one. Now, ladies and gentlemen, fellow officers, there are four kinds of leaders. Ika nga, no? Number one, you can see in the screen, those who make things happen. Right? So yung mga tao talaga na visionary, those people or those leader talaga na they seek a plan for it. They make plan for it to make things happen, no? Pushing the boundaries, pushing the limits for them to achieve a certain goal. Now, pangalawa is, the second one is those whom things happen, right? So in particularly, nangyayari yan during a particular group discussion or maybe in your particular classes or group meetings with your classmates or schoolmates, no? Pag given task, oh, ikaw maging leader natin. No, I don't like it, no? Ayaw ko si Juan na lang, si Juana na lang or si Juan as whatsoever. So since you don't grab this as an opportunity for you to grow, so those whom things happen, so nakikita nyo, sa iba lang nangyayari yung credential, because when your group is outstanding, so it will always reflect on the leadership itself. So nakikita sa ibang tao, hindi sa inyo. Okay, because of you refusing the opportunity of leading a particular group. Now, pangatlo is those who watch things happen. Yung parang ano lang, I'm mediocre type of a person, of a leader. No, I just want to be part of this organization. Given the task, well, let me see. Parang ayaw ko. I just wanted to watch. Whatever I can help, yun na lang yung makakaya ko, magagawa ko, right? So you're always watching things happen na ibang tao nag-grow na with this opportunity of leading the group or given a task in a particular chairmanship of particular projects or activities, so they develop themselves, no? So you just watch them grow, no? And there is one thing very painful in this world, and what is that? that is pain of regret, no? Pag nakikita nyo na prosper yung tao because of the great development, accepting the challenges and learn from it, and they grow and they become successful, yun yung painful sa atin, no? Because we regret, sana ako dapat nandyan eh, right? Ako dapat yan eh. But the thing is, you just simply watch things happen. You just allow it to pass by the opportunity. Okay, now, pangapat is those who don't know things are happening. So parang walang pake sa sa paligid, right? So you're being part of a particular organization, but you don't care what happened. No, I was elected or appointed with this position, and I don't care. Okay, so I just want to focus on my own. And sometimes at some certain point, right, guys? Now, okay, to ask you, I have I think earlier I saw 10 participants here, and for those people who watch the live, no, if you are a kind of leader, which kind of character of a leader are you, right? So definitely answer, everybody. Majority will answer number one, right? So those who make things happen. Okay. Now, because if you are effective leader, you can see a particular product of your hardship or hard work, right? Okay. So now take note of this guy, huh? This guys, huh? Because we're going to make things happen, and we're going to direct your attention in your position and different characters for you to make things happen. Kasi gusto ko naman din sa activity na to, sa webinar, that you will learn and apply it in the next day, no, for you to make things happen. Now, let's run down with the 3 keys to successful and effective leadership. Okay, here you go, guys. Now, so we are going to tackle 3 this afternoon. Number 1 is we are going to deal with successful, effective leadership must be. Sorry for that. Someone is calling. No. Okay, sorry. Someone is calling. Anyway, so first, again, what successful, effective leaders must be. Second, what successful, effective leaders must do. And number 3 is what successful, effective leaders must have. So we're going to deal with leaders must be, leaders must do, and last thing, leader must have. Okay? So we'll talk all about this one. Now, again, Gov, are you there? Can you speak up, Gov? I would like to ask you, Gov, what successful, effective leaders must be for you, for your ideology or for your understanding. So ano ba talaga dapat ang pagiging isang leader? Yes, Gov.
Pagiging committed sa sa lahat ng ginagawa. Commitment.
Okay. So number 1, being so committed in such thing. Okay, thank you so much, Gov. Okay, so guys, I really love to call everyone, no, but I have my full screen, so just just bear with me to make sure that everybody's listening and very attentive with my presentation. So the Gov, thank you so much. No, so according to your governor, okay, a leader should be committed at some certain point. Yes, that's true. Now, according to John Maxwell, you know John Maxwell, right? Okay, he's one of my favorite author, or a good a person who talks about leadership. No, so according to John C. Maxwell, the measure of a leader is not the number of people you serve him, but who serve him, but the number of people he serves. So, in other words, okay, to make things easier, so a successful and effective leader must be a servant leader. So number 1, take note, guys, leaders. So officers, we governors, college ECs, and society officers. So you must be a servant leader. So in other words, guys, you are elected with or appointed with a particular in your particular position right now because you are trusted with what? With all trust in terms of servicing the student tree of your college and especially in our institute. Okay, now let's talk about servant leader. So again, we're going to round down each and every topic, guys. We're going to round it down. We're going to dissect, no, to round down everything to understand deeply. Now, there are 2 types of leadership: the traditional leadership and what is that? Everybody? Sorry, guys, para hindi kayo mabagot ba, so I'm going to allow you to push on your mic on and off. Okay, now there are 2 types: traditional leadership and servant leadership. So we're going to dissect or break down the different types of leadership. Now we understand na a successful and effective leader must be a servant leader. Now there are 2 types: traditional and servant leader. Now, Okay, a traditional leadership. Okay, this presentation, guys. Since we have limited time, it is self-spoken. I will not rather express it one by one. Okay, so if you have questions later on, you can ask. So now, number one, for type of traditional leadership, sees leadership as a rank to obtain. Yun. Okay. Now, compared to servant leadership, a servant leadership sees the leadership as an opportunity to others, to serve others, and that's a certain point, no? So you're not running because I like to be a governor. I would like to become a president of my society. I want to be famous at some certain point, so I want to obtain this position, no? But others, if you are a servant leadership, if you have this kind of character and mind setting, okay, you see a leadership position as an opportunity to serve. In what way? Okay, to improve the lives of your students in your college. Okay, there you go. Now, second, uses the power to drive performance. Ito yung particularly authoritative type of leader, no? Nagde-demand, oy, gawin mo to, Vice Governor, ikaw yung naka-assign sa ganito. Hoy, Chairman, hoy, kuwakom, ikaw ganito, ganito, ganyan. So, uses the power to drive performance. Okay? Well, that's a good thing point naman din at some certain point, but too much authoritative, uh, um, attitude or character as a leader, okay, it might suffocate your members, no? Okay, that's it. Now, if you're a servant leadership, shares the power and control to drive engagement. Okay, so always addresses each individuals in your particular organizations to what, to appoint them in a certain position that they're capable with, no? Alam ko naman si governor magaling to sa ganitong bagay. So I will appoint governor to do this. Vice governor, I will appoint to do this kasi magaling siya sa ganyang bagay. So in other words, okay, don't easily appoint a particular chairmanship or activity or to headed spearheaded by your particular team if they are not capable with, no? So in other words, so you're going to, okay, deliver and give tasks accordingly, okay, for them to be drive and engaging when it comes to learning opportunities for them to grow. Okay, if ever sooner enough, if you're a board member right now, if the governor is very what we call this talagang nagsishare ng power and control or opportunity in giving you a task, so soon you will be a governor, right? Okay. Now, pangatlo is measure success through output. Okay, ito yung mga based on outputs lang. If you're going to measure your success through output, you are a traditional leadership type of a leader. Now, a servant leadership measures success through the growth and development. Kasi if you're going to talk about traditional measure success through output, okay, so you are measuring, okay, only to those success, no, those success only. No, you're going to count it, we are so very good in this particular organization because we create, no, very significant projects or activities. Okay, because it's very successful. How about if ever given the fact that your activity was a failure, right? So if you're a servant leadership, measure success through growth and development. Okay lang yan, guys. We come short. We may came out short sa ating activity and project or activity and program, but it is part of our development. Okay, so in other words, we learn from the process. In the next time, gagawin natin ganito ganyan, right? So always positive in such a way, creating positive mindsetting. Now, a traditional leadership always speaks. I don't think, Gov, you always speak ba? To the president of the society, do you always speaks ba a lot? Correct,
Mm,
yes. Hindi ko correct, yes. Okay, so don't worry, guys. Traditional leadership. I'm not saying traditional leadership is bad at some certain point, but it's a process of differentiating yourself right now to be a servant leadership because servant leadership is more better. I mean, better way than a traditional leadership. Okay, so if you are kind of a leader that always speaks, and speak. Okay, in other words, you have not given the opportunity of the minority of your society or even in your college ECs, no, they don't have the rights to speak or maybe sort of innovate your idea, go or presidents or any kind of position you are right now. So you must also listen, okay? Because given the time na sila pakinggan mo for you to innovate and to perfect all your ideas. Okay, so if you're a servant leadership, you must always listen. Now, choose guys. If you have this traditional leadership, okay, I'm not saying bad, but I want you to improve that one in terms to no, in converting it to servant leadership. Okay, because that is way more better. Because again, according to John Maxwell, the measure of leadership is not the people who serve him, but the number of people is serve. So it's about you go you officers right now, you presidents of the different societies, you are a servant to your student three. Okay, so in other words, you must listen to them. You must always be positive at some certain point, and always give the opportunities to your constituents in giving task. Okay, wag sarilihin. Okay, now that is the first one. Okay, now second one is we're going to talk about this one. Okay, so last one, the very nice word here or a quote. The heart of leadership is serving others before yourself. That's why if you can see, guys, I'm part of the Rotary International. I think everybody knew about this Rotary International organization, right? Okay, the end polio project namin, it's very significant around the world to eliminate polio. So what's the reason why Rotary is still standing at this present time? Why our leaders are always looking forward to create positive change in this community? Because we always have this motto: service above self, right? So in other words, okay, to be successful, effective leader, we must be a servant leader. So always service above self. Yun. Okay, now, second, pangalawa, Vice Gov, are you there? What is the second one, Vice Gov? Can you read this one for me, please? Is Vice Gov there? Sorry, guys. I just want to make sure that you're into. Okay. I think wala si Vice Gov. Okay. Anyone from the team or anyone from the group right now? What is the second one? Can you read this one for me, please? Hello. Am I still here in the Google Meet? Hello, guys. Can you hear me?
Wait lang, sir.
Okay, I was worrying about because I was thinking ano sinawala ako ninyo or ano ha. Okay, anyway, the second one, guys, is what successful effective leaders must do. Okay, so we already have the B, and now let's go for the do. Now, what we must do is number one. First things first, guys. It's very simple. Create a leadership culture. There's no other things that you must do. Everything will follow. Okay, whatever you like to do to your society, to your college or whatsoever. Okay, you must always create a leadership culture. Okay, now let's continue. So according to John Maxwell again, culture is much more better than vision, right? Why? I'm so very amazed with this quote, actually, to be honest. Why? Because we always have vision, right? We envision our plans in our society, in our particular organization right now. We envision, okay, so to seek more great achievements in the long run. Okay, now we are going to create a mission in particular to do that. But based on the record, we always end short to a particular fact na if we vision a certain point like this, no, dili kayo 100% tanan the vision ani makuha or maating, right? Because there are some key factors or destructive factors for them. So that's why I would like to emphasize that vision can lead you to attain your objectives. It's okay. It's okay to have your vision, guys. So, in other words, it will equip you, it will put a gas on your dream that always, oh, I want to do this, we must do this, we must do that, and blah, 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 at some certain point for us to attain the vision. But if we keep in pushing and pushing and pushing ourselves to the limit, right, may exhaust would be at that, right? And come to think of it, that you are a leader in your college right now and your society right now, but that is not your priority, to be honest, because you're a student also. Okay? Now, if you're going to
Yes.
vision, if you're going to vision some certain point, be realistic in such a way. So that's why, to make that more easier for you to be attainable, you need because you need to create the culture. Number one, create culture. So culture is a behavior. Okay, so what's the difference, Kuya Jervin, if we talk about behavior? So if we talk about behavior, you are creating a habit, right? If you're particular with the 21 days habit, according to a particular book I read, is that if you're going to create a habit, it will take you 21 days repeatedly doing that particular thing. So after 21 days, okay, it will consider to be a habit, right? So if you have a bad behavior right now, bad habit right now, create a particular positive way of doing it for 21 days, and it will create a habit. So now we're talking about culture. Why I'm always emphasizing this culture? Okay? Because culture isn't what we see, and that is vision, right? Yung pananaw natin, that's vision. So when we talk about culture, culture is what we do because behavior determines where we go and what we do, right? Okay? I mean, so I'm so very deep, no? But what I'm trying to say here, my fellow leaders, is that if we have a particular culture, the habit, okay, in a particular good manner, okay, no, we always been determined with these actions, with this culture. Ano ba mga culture ng isang ng leader ng isang ng ano ng particular college education ng mga ECs, okay? So it depends, right? Okay? So it depends of the character that you emphasize. Okay?
Yes,
So
right.
at some certain point, you must create a particular culture to have a good behavior in attaining all the what? The vision or sa inyong mga ipang ano ipang set ng mga objectives in the long run. Okay? So that's it. So if you are want to be a successful and effective leader, you must do is what you must do. I mean, is that you need to create a leadership culture. Okay. So when we talk about leadership culture, you must create a positive behavior to your constituent. You must be more, you know what, sensible enough to listen to the minorities. Okay, and some certain point. Okay, so guys, please create a particular good culture in your society and in your college, especially for your students, no? Na ang particular college said EC is not an office of officers lang, but the said EC must be a room or an office to the majority student of the College of Education. So I will tell you a story. When I was a kasama senator that time for twice two consecutive years because I know 1 year is not enough to improve everything, right? So yung door sa kasama right now is a sliding glass door. If I'm not mistaken, no, I did not visit Naraba sa kasama. Pero a sliding door na that time, yeah, before when I entered again in kasama, ano, closed door ang kasama, dili niyo makita ang sulod. Kasama is just an office for the senators and presidents and vice presidents, and that's it. Assembly person or what so. No? So the student will always pass by. Pass by. Pero when I see it, kasama should be not like this. No, when I run for the second term, I put a student desk in front of the ano yun, of the lobby sa kasama for anytime 24/7 or not 24/7 but at some certain point accessible for the student to pass by if any concerns pwede nila doon ng kasama and as well as transparency makita nila kung sa ginabuhat sa sulod and then welcoming siya at some point because kasama I wanted to emphasize that the kasama office is office to everyone and not for the senators and the president and officers lang, right? So in that kind of creating a culture to the students, they are changing the mindset thing that you know what kasama are pro student, no? Hindi yung kasama na event organizing lang, hindi kasama yung nag-impose lang ng mga sanction or whatsoever activities that we must comply, okay? But kasama is for the student, pro student. So that's why that's what my that's the legacy. I mean that I express or leave before I end my kasama senatorship that time. Okay, I hope you learn from that kind of guys no explanation or experience. Now let's go down for the last one. Oh, before anything else, guys, no. According to John Maxwell, uh, since we're talking about leadership, I will share also this one: 5 levels of leadership. Okay, for you to understand what type of a leader are we and what should we do, or we must deeply understand to get the respect, you know, at the end point. Now, number one, there's going to guys. This is not a pyramiding scam, ha. If you see a pyramid here, it's just a particular level that we need to focus on understanding the 5 levels of leadership according to John Maxwell. Now, number one, let's talk about position. So when we talk about position, no, people follow you because they have to, because you are in the authority. So given na yan, guys, you need to understand that if you are president right now, or what position are you in the governor or mangali or vice governor or a board member, you are already in the position. So in other words, people will follow you because they have to. Okay? So you have the positional leadership. Kung tinatawag natin positional leadership. So you're the boss. You don't have to you don't have a choice. Okay? Or they don't have a choice. So they have to follow whether they want your leadership or not. So given na yan, right? Okay, now, pangalawa is people follow you because they want to. because of this permission. When we talk about permission, this is a kind of bit of relationship, the level of relationship. And does it mean, Kuya Jervin? People will follow you because they want to follow you, because maybe that is your friend, maybe that is your girlfriend or boyfriend or whatsoever, because that is your classmate or schoolmate, because they know you already, right? Whatever your loopholes is, what are your negative side character you have that are right now, I don't care because we're friends. I will follow you. No, whatever you say, I will do. Okay, so you have the permission, the level of our relationship. So I hope that everybody of you right now, leaders right here in the Google Meet, I hope that you have a very good relationship to your constituent. Okay, for them to easily follow whatever your plans and activity is. Now, pangatlo, the third level is people will follow you because of what have you done for the organization. So that is production. So when we talk about production, this is result. Now, if certain point na wala pa kayong result right now, okay, you must create, no? Because you know what, people will really, people will, we can say that we cannot please everybody, right? At some point, if you're going to impose a particular activity or announcement, everybody will not follow because at a certain point for you to mandate us. Wala ko governor ka, pero it's a waste of our time, right? But because of siguro your college ECs and your societies are so very effective that they see, no, sa inyong mga constituent, that you are so very effective that you're doing all the best for the credibility of the of your position, that you give, okay, a pro student decision making or projects and activities, no, na ma-entice sila. Wow, I'm so very happy that the governor gave this particular training for us, give this particular incentive for us, no? So something like that. Okay? Okay, so always produce results on each actions. Now, pangapat is that people will follow you of what you have done for them. Okay? So this is the level of reproduction. So what does it mean, Kuya Zervin? So people will follow you because of what you have done for them. What isn't it for them? So, in other words, guys, in this particular situation, I would like to express, no, before, yes, when I was a kasama student, I'm the chairman for the student right and welfare. So there are a lot of issues and concern running the office when it comes to students' concerns, no. So in other words, they will always ask favor and favor. In anak mga mga students, they always ask favor. So each individual, I will not, no, I will never disregard this opportunity that you communicate to me, you go to the office and ask for our guidance or help, no? So lahat tinutulungan namin. So in other words, what I gain after this, so hindi naman siguro ako mananalo for a second term, no? Of being a senator kasi bihira lang yan. And based on the record, it was the first time in the record ni kasama that there is a senator na pangalawang term tumakbo, still panalo, is because I give them a good idea that my kind of leadership is what is good for them, no? And they know that there are many students pa na pwede ko pang matulungan. Okay, so that is reproduction. Always, okay, always guys, take note, Gov, and all the officers right now, always help your student. Don't disregard them, okay? So, panglima naman is, the last one, is that people will follow you because of who you are and what you represent. So in other words, people will follow you because of who you are and what you represent, your values, okay? Now, remember this, guys. If you know the core values, you still the core, do you know the core value of MSU-IIT in our institution?
Si Ati,
What is that? Integrity,
commitment,
Yes, sir.
accountability,
commitment,
commitment, excellence,
commitment,
and
excellence,
teamwork,
teamwork.
right? So that is the core values of being an MSU1 or being an ITian. Okay, so all of you guys must know that by heart and not just by mind. Because you know what? If you have this guiding principle in your leadership right now, in your college and in your society, people will always gain your respect. Okay? Why? Because at the end of your service in a 1 year leadership, guys, at the end mo balik ra gyapon mo pagka estudyante, right? But inana lang ba, sugot lang ba ta nga papayag lang ba tayo na we are going to be students will look us as an ordinary student as them? even after our position or of our term? No. They must respect you na kahit matapos na yung term mo, they will still call you Gov. They will still call you Vice Gov because you create a significant significant role to them being the leader in the previous years, right? Okay, so always do this, guys. Okay, now let's continue. So last one tayo ha, last one. So what successful effective leaders must have? So we have the be, the do, and the have. So ano ba dapat meron tayo? Okay, guys, I hope everybody will take note this, no?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So pangatlo is the sense of gratitude. Why? Why? Because it is part of your ano ha, your title topic right now. But I can see it that we must have the sense of gratitude at all point in our life, right? Because when you wake up in the first hour in the morning, what will you do? Maybe some others will get the phone immediately kung nag-text na ba yung boyfriend, girlfriend, no? Or update to sa mga chika karon sa social media. Maybe at some certain point, we have the sense of gratitude. What is the best thing to do in the first hour in the morning when we wake up? Okay, always pray and be thankful for a gift of life, for we have given the opportunity to live another day, right? We always pray. We ask for guidance for our heavenly Father, no? Na today, I hope Lord, everything will be fine. Everybody is okay right now, despite of the pandemic whatsoever. Thank you so much. So we always be thankful for it because, okay, gratitude allow us to see the best in the whole, in those around us, and how they help us to do and be better. Okay, because guys, if you want to be an effective leader, okay, you must always be positive. Now, for you to be able to be positive, I want you to put this in mind. The things to avoid that cause you ungrateful. Number one, take note, procrastination. Okay, so I want to cite this particular character of a leader because this will lead you to ungrateful things, right? If you have this procrastination, in other words, uh, the manana habit, no? If you know manana habit, later na to, mamaya na, 11th hour ko na gagawin, at some certain point, unya-unya na sa Bisaya pa. So if you have this procrastination, since kay ga unya-unya pa ka, and then in the later run, 11th hour na ang imuhang gibuhat nga projects or assignments or report, in other words, you don't have ample time to innovate what you did or what you create. Now, tungod sa procrastination, it will cause you delay. In other words, dili pa gyud ninyong ma-perfect or ma-innovate ang imuhang project or activities, no? And other words, tungod kay unya pa ka, gamay ra kay ka og nabuhat, dili ka prepared, unprepared ka. So makita sa mga student team mo nga, sa ni si Goboy o sa ni among kuanoy, no? They will always see you negatively, no? And then you're very ungrateful for this. Kaya naman, it will lead you to exhaustion, no? Kapuya anyway, no? So lack of consideration. Okay, I will just run through this, guys. So third is superiority complex, pain and suffering, dissatisfaction, okay, and half-hearted. Okay, now here, why I put the last one half-hearted? Because one thing leadership that I learned from our home is that when my mom, ako mama, no, told me, or we are asked by our parents to do the household chores, especially in washing the plates. To be honest, before, guys, I don't really want to wash the plates. So in other words, I do it because I was forced to do. So nangyayari ngayon, yung mga pinggan, yung mga baso, nababasag. So one thing my mom told me one time na, Gang, if you want to do a particular thing, no, if you gusto mong gawin yung bagay, dapat isa puso mo. Because if either way around, if you are half-hearted to a particular thing or doing such thing, okay, it will lead you to disaster or ganyan, mabasag. Okay? So I hope everybody here right now, taking your position, being elected or appointed, you must accept heartfully, no, 100%, no, your position. Now, here's the thing. So if you have this kind, if you might not, avoid this particular things, no, it will lead you to what? Exhaustion, breaking point, and negative outcomes. In other words, kapuya na kaayo. Ay, I'm so tired. Please lang. I have projects to do pa. Unya na ni, later part na ni, no? So, ma-mismanage na ni mo yung self. Remember, guys, you are a student. So only 15% lang dapat supposedly inyong hatag nga time for your leadership in your institute in the institution. All right, because you know what, in the first place you are sent in your in the MSU because your parents want you to finish, right? Okay, for you to study and learn. Okay, so please manage well your time in learning and expressing all your leadership plans in your society and in your college. Okay, now stress management, guys. I will just give you some point, no. So these are the things. If you want to print screen, no, I know that there will be a time that you're going to be stressed. Okay, because parating na yung palakasan, parating na yung charter day or whatsoever activities in your college that you need to prepare, but still mayroon pa tayong preliminary exam, my midterm, right? And my finals in such certain point, no? So you are a student 100%, but since you have this obligation and you are a part of the authority to perform and to guide and to create, so you must give 15% of that to your student tree as a leader in your college and in your society. Okay, so just please print screen this, guys, if you want, for you to create a stress management para hindi naman tayo nega ng nega. Okay, and I hope that everybody will end your term na walang unliquidated na mga issues, and I hope that you can continue, walang magre-resign because of different leadership because you have different characters eh. Okay, so you must mingle and take time to know your colleagues or constituents. So there you go, guys. Last thing, they're relevant leaders who last because they consistently achieve the result based on their personal rather than positional power. So give it a personal touch. So whatever position right now, ladies and gentlemen, always make it personal. Because if you make it too personal, you have a touch of protecting it. Okay, making it beautiful, making protecting it to much more prosperous thing, no? Sama sa mga kasuotan natin, bagay natin that we invest. Okay, the reason why our phone is having we always put here a screen guard, we put it a casing because ayaw natin mabasag. So in terms of leadership, okay, in terms of leading our student tree, we must take it personal also. Okay, so while establishing a collegial and collaborative, effective relationship, so with the people they lead and those they follow. Okay, so they are successful and effective leaders who make things happen, and they are winners. So I want you all guys to be winners at some certain point, and there you have it. That is my presentation for this wonderful afternoon. So thank you so much, guys, for listening. You are such a wonderful leaders. Thank you so much for listening, and good afternoon. Okay, that's it, I think. Okay, Shups.
Whoa. It is truly an amazing experience to have you as our guest speaker. Thank you so much for the knowledge and tips that you have shared with us, Mr. Jervin Reno.
Yeah, welcome. So
Thank
I
you
think
so much.
if you have questions, guys, I can cater. I have ample time pa man din. If you have
Yes,
if okay lang sa time ninyo ha.
yes, sir. Questions will be entertained later in our open forum.
Okay, so thank you.
Okay. Okay. At this time, we will now select again our four lucky winners of 100 peso load, each through a virtual roulette. Can I call again Mr. Randy Gabriel? Randy?
Yes, Charmaine.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
yes, I can hear you. Now let's select again four lucky winners for the 100 peso
Okay,
load.
thank you so much. Thank you so much, Miss Charmaine. Okay, Immortals, we're back to our raffle. Now we will draw the winners of second batch worth 100 pesos load. Isa na ka ha, ang atong swerte nga langgam ang mudaog sa atong load. Okay, our first winner is Miss Michelle Bacamante. Congratulations and please message us at the Said Easy Facebook page to claim your load. Okay, now let's proceed to our second winner. Okay, our second winner is Mariel J. Galinato. Congratulations, and please message us at the said easy Facebook page to claim your load. Okay, now let's proceed to our third winner. Okay, our third winner is Lloyd Joshua Ignacio Soria. Okay, congratulations, and please message us at the said easy Facebook page to claim your load. Okay, we are now down to our last winner for the second batch. Okay, our last winner for second batch is Mr. Brian A. Dela Torre. Congratulations again, and please message us on the said easy Facebook page to claim your load. Okay, now Charmaine, we are done with our second paraffle.
Congratulations! Congratulations to our four lucky winners and our
Thank you
100
so much,
peso
Miss
loan.
Charmaine. Back to you.
Congratulations again to our four lucky winners on our 100 peso loan. Now, moving on to the most awaited part, our open forum. So, questions by our said students will be accommodated. Mr. Jervin Rina, can
Yes.
you hear me?
Yes, definitely. Okay, guys. So now this is your
Okay.
time to shine.
Okay.
Okay.
First question was raised by one of our said students. He asked that, how do you monitor the performance of the people that you have to lead? How do you monitor the performance of the people that you have to lead? So, mo ito ang unang question, sir.
Okay, so how can we monitor? No, actually, to be honest, guys, I would like to, no, I'm so very organized when it comes to planning, right? I do believe that everybody of you here right now, mapa easy man or society officers, no, I hope that you already have your, you already have your planning. Right, because failure to plan is planning to fail. Now, it is part of our planning that in every presentation in the plan or in the particular committee, you're going to emphasize a particular project, right? And you're going to project if ever given the time now you have a gun chart, if you're familiar with the gun chart, right? A gun chart is particular table that you're going to have a timeline, right? So if you must have a timeline, because you know what, you need to make it at some certain point, because as I've said, you have 3 months, I think, or 4 months in a particular semester, right? Okay, so 1 year to lead lang kayo, guys, and a majority of the your presence in the in the institute is that really 100% officers mo, right? Okay, so you have given a little time for you to maximize it, for you to exert that particular plans. No, so how to monitor? So in other words, guys, always number one, always have a weekly meeting. Why weekly, Kuya Jervs? Because if you only meet once a month, right? Daghan kayong mga activities. Maraming activities kayo, both personal or outside the institute or in school, okay? That you're going to be that you're going to prioritize in such a way nga if the end of the month lang tayo magmi-meet, okay? There will be a lot of factors na lalabas every week, every day at some certain point. We do believe that life is uncertain, right? So in such a way that every week, kahit every Friday night kayo via Zoom right now because of the MECQ situation in Iligan City, all you have to do, guys, is always number one, create Gantt chart or create a time framing of your plans. Pangalawa is that always meet every week. At least once a week in that particular objective. So, mangyayari sa meeting naman yan. Okay, so yung Quacom, okay, please report. Ano na update nyo for particular committee? Ano active nyo for Budget and Finance Committee? Okay, so from time to time, you as the governor or the president, you have a directive, no? To your particular constituent that even if they came out short that week, no, you're going to create a positive way or a plan, okay, to attain or to achieve in a particular plans and activities. So I think that will be the two important thing for you to be to monitor. No, I think that will be not a pressure to you guys. Kaya naman, because I considered you student pa rin. No, even you are a student leader, but still you are 100% for me as a student. So for me guys, that will be the two things. No, number one, gun chart or time framing. Pangalawa is that always meet every week. Okay? Or twice a week. Depende sa inyo kung gusto ninyo para lang ma-update ninyo from time to time. If there are loopholes or mga bagay na hindi nagawa, okay, mapapatch up pa. Okay? So that's the answer for the first question. I hope that I
Okay,
give a clear example. Thank you.
thank you, sir. So, another question is raised. Pwede mag-ask og suggestions and how can we able to delegate responsibilities efficiently? Pwede
Okay.
mag-ask og suggestions. Okay.
Yes, definitely. So, to answer that one, I would like first to ask you all guys. Guys, do you know the definition of your particular position?
Yes, sir.
If yes, that's the answer, right? So for you to be effective in giving a daily task, you must base it on their definition, on the position, and pangalawa, the talent and skills that do they have. Okay, I know that Miss Charmaine here had a very nice voice. Okay, very nice kayo mudala sa program. So you will be hosting this particular activity. So Miss Charmaine, you will be the host for this particular activity. Oh, okay, so in that some certain point, it makes an opportunity for them to increase the knowledge, wisdom, and also the gain experience para ma-confident sila. So to answer that one, you must number one know the definition of your different positions. Pangalawa, know your constituent skills and ability. That's the simplest way, no? If given a chance, Kuya Jervin, what if talan walay talent? Adi mo po kumingon ana, no? Pero when I was the governor, okay, in the School of Engineering Technology, I will bet you guys, all of my vice governor and board members are second year. Can you imagine second year pa lang? So ano na uh, they're they came from a freshman level of mindset or culture, so nangangapa pa din, and they're always seeking my attention or my guidance as their governor that time. But what I did is, since ikaw you have the ability, you have this passion in sports, so I give you the sports committee chair, right? So ikaw mahilig ka sumayaw, mahilig ka kumanta, and that's it, you have the committee on Quacom chair, right? And ikaw magaling ka sa pera, kuripot ka, or sa certain point, manlilibre ka, magaling ka mag-dispal ko ng kwarta, it's okay, you will be the Buficom chair. So in that such a way, there are two types lang to be more effective when it comes to giving a task or for them to execute their particular positions. So there we go. Dalawa lang, 2 points lang. Okay. So know the definition of your position and always know their ability and skills. Okay.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you.
you, sir. Again, there is still questions here
Yes. Keep it coming,
raised by
guys.
our students. What is the motivation for your leadership? As a leader, how will you measure your success?
Okay.
So,
Thank you so much, guys. Before, no, I always emphasize this in every talk or every speaking engagement that I have. No, so at the end, I always emphasize that for you to be more effective, no, you might measure yourself when it comes to a particular legacy, right? So the difference between you right now, among you all guys, the student of College of Education, the officers, and the college ECs, the difference between you and our national heroes is this legacy, right? Okay. You don't need to be more activist just to emphasize that you are a very good leader. Okay, because that is the different time, long time ago, right? So our issues and concerns right in the present time are different right now. So all you need to do, guys, is to always leave or create a legacy. And every position that I have, that is the way I measured myself. The reason why I run for a particular second position in Kasama that time, okay? Kasi first kasama ko that time, first kasama being a first kasama senator that time in my first term as a senator, my position is facility committee. Alam niyo yung position ng Fasicom? Yung Fasicom is tagabantay ng mga gamit na hindi mawala, no? Kay pag mawala na, tablag yun ta, dili yun ta di kita permahan sa DSA, no? Masangit yun ta sa DSA. So, you are elected just to count how many remaining shares ang naadinha nga dapat wala mawala at the end of your term. Is that it? No. So I give justice. So I run in the next year. We ratify the constitution and bylaws. We excluded that kind of position. Kaya naman, it is a work of a property custodian and not a senator. So we created, I think if you are familiar with the senator for ano karon, environmental and protection, okay, we created that one because we put justice to the trust of our students. Okay, so I measured my leadership when it comes to that legacy. Okay, so if nakita niyo kasama ngayon, sliding door, see-through glass, that is our legacy because we wanted that the kasama will always be an office for all the students. Okay, okay, so that's it. So I measured it by a legacy. So all of you guys, I encourage you to create right now and to vision your legacy at the end of your term. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. There's still questions here raised by our
Yes.
said students. So another question. When you come across any bad news, then how will you put it in front of your team? When you come across any bad news, then how will you put it in front of your team?
Okay, that's a good question. No, for you not to pass it on, no, the negativity or the great emotion that you feel, because you know what, you cannot create a good decision when you are down with your emotions. Tama? Okay. Okay. Now that's a good point. That's a good question. Thank you for that question. Wonderful question. No. So all you have to do, guys, being a leader, okay, a night before, or given the fact that you have an ample time when you receive that particular news, bad news, okay, you must sort it out by yourself as the governor or as the president, right? Okay. Now, if you're sorting out things, okay, how to resolve in a particular manner, okay. So before you face your board or your officers, you can say, guys, we have bad news and there's a good news. Which would you like? Kasi iba naman yan if you're going to say, guys, sorry to tell, we have a bad news, right? So it will create siguro it will eat enough of your time sa inyong colleagues. If may klase kayo, you need to meet up pa to make a decision. So better yet, no, if you have a particular negative bad news that you receive, please sort it out by yourself because that is part of our leadership, right? Okay, so what we must have this quality, okay, of a leader that we must know how to troubleshoot things out. So once we troubleshoot it, we came out to across with a solution. Okay, so now we open up to the body. Oh guys, may bad news tayo. Sorry guys, wala tayong palakasan ngayon. Okay? Yung wakom, we prepared all the dances, no? Nagtahi ng mga sinina and costume. Okay? So, that's the bad news. Pero the good thing side, guys, okay? We are going to save money at some certain point, and pangalawa, we're going to have a post celebration for our Charter's Day celebration at some certain point. Okay, we can put it on a level in our college. It depends on the factor or case to case basis. So whatever the solution is, create a positive solution. Now, from there, you must share the ideas to your constituents. So what will be your idea? Okay, so Miss Charmaine, okay, Miss Christine, what are your ideas about it? What is your say about it? Right? So nagiging collaborative yung discussion, and then it made or create an innovation, right? Okay, to resolve a certain issues. So something like that, guys. Okay, okay. So that would be it. So any questions more? Any questions? I
Oh,
mean,
oh, thank you, sir. So, last question is raised by one of our said students again. How
yes.
would you handle this chaotic situation? For example, some of your team are having conflict with each other.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
that's
Thank
the
you so
last
much. No. Okay. So let's go back to sa do no. What should a successful and effective leader do? Okay. Part of actually the topic is creating a culture, right? So it depends on what culture are you dealing with in your particular society, group, organization, or in college ECs, because might be you're expressing always a distractive conversation that creates faction to each and everyone. So that's why mag-away-away, right? Okay, there are two things of away kasi in organization eh. Personal and work related, right? So if too personal, okay, you must talk to them as a governor or leader as a friend, no? Don't use your authority. Oh, akong governor, makinig kayo sa akin. Dapat gito ganyan. No, be a friend. Be a friend to them. Of if the reason of that conflict is a particular, what, internal problem between the two friends, okay, or two colleagues. Pero when it comes to work, okay, when it comes to work, the governor will always be a mediator or the president will always be a mediator, okay, to assess both sides, right? Parang relationship din yan, right? It's always a give and take at some certain point according to them, but as a mediator, you always seek in a particular decision that it leads to not not into particular one side, but it has to be meet halfway in such a way. So if there's a conflict, guys, okay, in other words, for me, in my own opinion, okay, wag nyo nang ipagpabukas yan because the more it will prolong the away, okay, or conflict, it will lead to destruction because bakit? Kasi naghahanap yan ng karamay eh. No? Alam mo ba yan, si Vice Gov ganito ganyan? Alam mo ba si Governor ganito ganyan? So it will create gossip, right? And creating gossip, you are creating a bad culture, right? So again, what should a leader, effective leader do? You must create a what good behavior through a great culture. Okay, so something like that, guys. Always positive. And in the morning, the governor should be might be positive, no? Positive always. Bahala problematic na, wala kwartang easy. Hala, sige, positive lang na positive. Always be happy. Okay, at some certain point. Pero when it comes to conflict, guys, you need to mediate. Number one, and then when it comes to internal conflict, talk as a friend. Not don't use your position. Okay. I hope that I answered that particular question. Thank you so much.
Once again, thank you, Mr. Halili. We will be sending you your honorarium and certificates as our guest speaker for this webinar through our Gov Jerson Abu Abu. We will contact you, sir, very soon. Again,
Yeah.
thank you for your time and knowledge that you have shared to us, sir. Thank you so
Yes. So
much.
don't worry, guys. My Facebook is accessible to anyone. If you want to message me when it comes to seeking for guidance with your organization or society or which organization you are belong with, I can help you with that. Okay. So I'm so very accessible with it. So just type my name here in the Facebook lang, so you may add me. Okay. So thank you so much for this opportunity. I would like to congratulate the governor, Governor Jerson, and to the rest of the college ECs and to all the president in the different society, guys. Keep it up, okay? And this will be my challenge to you. Okay, meron pang challenge, no? Okay, apply this, okay? Not a day after, but in a certain point after our presentation or webinar today. Apply it, okay? Because the more you make a delay on your learnings, okay, malimutan nyo yan, right? Okay, so apply it immediately. So thank you so much, guys. You're so very wonderful audience for me. Okay, good
Thank you, sir.
afternoon and see you next time. Okay, God bless and keep safe. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, thank you so
Okay,
much, student.
so at this point, we will be going to have our last raffle for 3 lucky winners of 100 peso load, each through virtual roulette. May I call Mr. Randy Gabriel Viernes again? Mr. Randy.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Charmaine, again. Okay, now Immortals, we are down to our last batch of winners for the 100 pesos load. Kinsa na pud kaha ang mga swerte nga langgam ang mudaog sa atong load. First in line, we have Okay, congratulations, Miss Angel Jane M. Ibale. Again, congratulations, and please message us at the said Easy Facebook page to claim your load. Okay, our second winner is Okay, our second winner is Miss Bless C. Gilos. Again, congratulations. And please message us at the said Easy Facebook page to claim your load. Now we are down to our last winner, Miss Charmaine. Okay, our last winner is Okay, our last winner for the worth 100 pesos load is Miss Susan R.
Okay.
Cabilando. Again, congratulations and please
Congratulations
message
to
us at the
our
said Easy Facebook page. Okay, back to you, Miss Charmaine.
Congratulations to our lucky winners for our 10 lucky winners of the 100 peso load. I think Charmaine is experiencing technical difficulty as of the moment. So, ladies and gentlemen, to formally end this webinar on leadership, appropriateness, and appreciation, please help me welcome the, the one of the SETEC officers, um, Mr. Nelson Cyril Dugil.
Hi, Sir Madungan Rako, sir.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
okay.
In these trying times, the leaders within us is awakened which paves the way in overcoming these circumstances. We need to show leadership to be noble examples in encouraging sympathy and modeling optimism to others. Each one of us has unique characteristics of being a leader. And that is what we need to manifest in this time. We have to listen, reach out, and build connection. And together, there is nothing we can surpass. On behalf of the Executive Council, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the Rotaract Club of Iligan Bay, to our speaker, Mr. Jervin Halili, for sharing his expertise in today's webinar, to our College Dean, Dr. Amelia T. Buan, Assistant Dean, Professor Eduardo Pabatang Jr., all professors and students of the College of Education. Let us all accept the call for leadership. And once again, thank you everyone. Have a good day.
Thank you very much, Mr. Cyril Dugil. And now to end, let's have the hymno ng kamantasan.
Kaisang katulad mo, nagsabong kaliwanag ng pag-asa't hangarin ng kagulang. Saan man naroon, ay bigyan kalagalan. Dakilang paaralan, pamamasahe na
Thank you very much, everyone. See you on the next webinar on Saturday for values appreciation to the Executive Council who are present today. Thank you very much for your support. That would be all. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye, Lila. Goodbye, Cyril, Randy, Jerson, and of course, Jade. Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Bye.
sir. Goodbye, sir.
And to
Thank you,
Charmaine, Kapit Charmaine.
everyone. Thank you so much.